In the summer as well, I decided there were some tennis courts and I thought it would be a good idea to play tennis again, which I've not done for many years. And it was really a fun experience from an exercise perspective to be trying something again new. I enrolled my partner in it, and something I think we're both probably similar standard, which is not very good either of us. But it was a lot of fun, and interestingly, much more, I guess from an exertion point of view, much more exerting than swimming. One of the things that doctors have said is not to be competitive or do competitive sport. And I guess this is probably more competitive than anything else. And I do remember, again, I guess, playing with a friend of mine who was much better than me. And it was good for me, I think, in the moment, but at the same time, that realization and a reminder that I'm not, I guess, the limitations that I've got. And I remember at the end of the session, the lift was broken for some reason. Anyway, he had a scooter, so he offered me to use that to go back up. So I remember going back up and just sitting on the bench while he came and walked up the steps. And I was sitting there whilst he came. He then went home and he messaged me like, "Oh, how are you doing? Tennis was really fun. Hope you got home okay." And I was literally still sitting on that bench because I just couldn't, I was just so tired. It was just too much for me. And whilst I had those days, again, it's a reminder of just, I do have this condition and I need to be wary of it, and that's okay. And it's still though, I'm so pleased and grateful that I can do those things and do it enough as well. And I'd rather still be trying and doing those things and doing it enough versus just sitting at home or worrying about what could happen. And going back to my Apple Watch as well, it also gives me, I guess, some peace of mind and confidence that there's something else that in real time I can get a sense, aside from listening to my body, that helps me be active and continue to do the things that I really want to do. I ended up also joining, there's a local group of people that play. It's a really weird balance. And I'm going to say again, one of the reasons for the series of video was for, if you're watching and you do have a condition about not just hypertrophic cardiomyopathy, any heart condition or chronic illness, about communicating to other people around you, how understanding people are. And I'm still 5.5 years in, anxious or nervous to tell people that I've got a condition, of feeling like judgment of what they'll think of me and like why. And so I turn up to play this tennis with this group of people. And at the beginning, I just don't want to be that person. I just look, I'll play and it's fine and I'll do what I can do. And I remember I can't overarm serve properly, or I can, but it's really bad. And so this woman was like, "Oh yeah, he can't overarm," and was quite kind of belittling. And I just joked around it as well because it's fine. And again, I tried to do what I do. But then at the end of the session, you could see I wasn't very good. There were clearly lots of people better than me. I wasn't, some people not so great as well. But I then opened up at the end of coffee. We were talking about some stuff. And then the woman was like, "Oh, wow. Oh my God, my cousin's got something," and knew about it, and was just like really, again, sympathetic and welcoming and encouraging. And again, it changes their view. And the more I continue with this, the more I'm like, look, it's just do what you feel comfortable with. And again, if you don't feel comfortable immediately, but it's every time that I've then opened up and shared, it's only created more warmth and respect and understanding and help and support. And I even do it still with people if we're walking somewhere and I don't want to say it up front and then they ended up walking too quickly. And it's just so much easier and more satisfying to stay at the front. Look, I'm going to take it slower. If you want to walk ahead, fine, but I'm going to walk slower. Or also to set the pace and just to have that confidence in that, because it's no joy for anyone. And they'll also often, "Oh, you should have said." And yeah, it's definitely something that I'm still getting used to. And so I just would encourage you, if you're listening, and that's the feeling for you as well, just to share about it. And again, if they don't feel comfortable, you've got to put it on them. And it's the same with like skiing as well. Like if I'm in groups, and that same feeling of not wanting to tell people something, "Oh, I'm not going to go with you because you're not very..." I had that. One of my clients, funny, was out skiing, and I think they were a bit apprehensive about skiing with me. And then I ended up being a bit of a guide with them and showing them around. And we had like, the best day. And he did open up to me in the chase. Was like, "Yeah, I thought with your heart condition, you wouldn't be able to do this and that." But yeah, you prove people. But do things at your own level in the way that you feel comfortable with. But sharing it will just make you feel better. And I know it has really helped me. Thanks for watching. Feel free to check out the British Heart Foundation, Cardiomyopathy UK, and Save 9 Lives for more information. Why not comment on the video, tell me what you think or ask a question, and subscribe to the channel to continue to follow my journey.